Ali Abdaal. What can I say? Except he's the one responsible for getting me onto YouTube. So I guess you can say that's either a credit or a detriment to his name. You decide. But about a year ago, I signed up for his part-time YouTuber Academy course, and that's what got me started on this YouTube journey. And so now I thought, it's about time I offer a review to see if you should sign up for it. So what is PTYA? Well, it's a 6-week live online class with lessons from Ali, guest speakers, as well as a whole bunch of small group sessions. Over the 6 weeks, Ali and team lead you through 6 modules designed to help you set up and grow your YouTube channel. These modules are build, conceive, construct, create, expand, and monetize. I'm using my little handy-dandy PTYA workbook here for notes. Depending on where you're at in your YouTube journey, some of these will naturally be more helpful to you than others. The first time I took the course, and yes, I said first time, I've actually taken it 3 times because the level I signed up for, I can take it indefinitely. But anyway, the first time I signed up for it, I leaned a little bit heavily on the first couple modules because, well, even now I haven't monetized this channel, and so there's really wasn't much for me to take away on that just yet. Depending on where you're at in your YouTube journey, some of these will naturally be more helpful than others. But at this point, there are a bunch of other YouTube videos out there reviewing PTYA. I'll link some in the descriptions down below. So instead of diving into the structure and the modules and talking about all the cool stuff that you'll learn, I thought I would just talk about what the 3 major takeaways were for me as a brand new YouTuber. The first of these takeaways is be consistent. Ali's big thing is to make 1 video a week, every week, for 2 years straight. Now, naturally, there are a couple of steps to doing this. The first is releasing your first video. Hitting that make public button for the first time is by far the worst. Every single video gets easier after that. Next up is doing exactly what I just said. Go on from that first video and make 1 video every single week. Once you're consistent with that, it's time to make that 1 video a week a good video every single week. And this is kind of roughly where I'm at. From a technical standpoint, the audio, the video, and all that stuff, I'm pretty decent. And editing is fantastic, so thank you very much, Marco. But to be a good video, it's not just technically good, it also has to be entertaining and useful to the viewers. That's you guys, and that's kind of where I fall down. So I'm still working on this second step, making a good video every week for 2 years. The thing that I've learned is this consistency is incredibly important for YouTuber, for 3 reasons. First, it's good for the viewers. If they stumble across your channel and come across a video they like, then they're more likely to stick around if they see that you're regularly releasing content. Second, it's good for the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm thrives on consistent videos. And finally, and most importantly, it's good for you. It is so much easier to release videos consistently than to do it sporadically. Once you get into a routine, you'll be able to just keep on going. But it can be difficult, and that's why there's takeaway number 2 from PTYA. You have to make it sustainable. Over the 6 weeks of PTYA, Ali provides you with tons of tips and techniques to help your YouTube production be more sustainable. The first big one for me was his techniques in finding and curating ideas for making new videos. You see, in the beginning, you may be intimidated. You're like, how am I going to release 1 video every single week? What am I going to talk about? I felt exactly the same way. But with following a couple of techniques and just ideas and examples that Ali brought into our class sessions, I now have too many video ideas, and the struggle is more curating them and figuring out which one of them is best and which one of them you guys will enjoy more. The second big one was systemize and batching your work. In PTYA, Ali and team are completely open about their business and how they create and produce these YouTube videos that you see on his channel. It's really hard to be consistent and sustainable if you don't have a systemized structure for creating your YouTube videos. And so Ali and team work really hard to show you how their systems work internally and the processes they go through to find new ideas, to develop those ideas, and to produce and edit the final videos. He gives away copies of his Notion template, the system that they use internally for his own videos, to all PTYAers, and there's a bunch of student supporters and small group sessions to really help you work through developing these Notion templates to best fit your needs. They also spend a bunch of time talking about how you can be more efficient in creating your YouTube videos by batching like work together, working on several videos at the same time, all so you spend less time overall making each video. Speaking about spending less time in each video, towards the end of the cohort, the final 2 weeks or so, Ali and team switched to talking towards YouTubers who are a little bit more advanced or want to treat it more like a business endeavor. And the big takeaway for this section in making it more sustainable is when he talks about hiring or outsourcing work. At this point in time, with the scale of Ali's channel, he has a large number of people helping him run his YouTube channel. And so in this section of the course, he talks about when it's time to hire or outsource individual roles for making YouTube videos. And let me tell you, as weird as it is, even if you're doing it primarily for fun like I am, hiring someone can really help make it sustainable. I honestly probably wouldn't still be doing this YouTube channel now if I didn't hire an editor to help me with videos. Well, quite a few months ago at this point in time. He has done a fantastic job, better than I could, freeing up many hours per week. If you want to know exactly how many hours he freed up per week, tune in next week where I reflect on a year on YouTube. And that brings us to the third and final major takeaway from PTYA, and that is don't go it alone. I don't know anyone in my immediate area who is making YouTube videos on a regular basis. Having accountability and friendships with other YouTubers is a really important thing if you want to make this consistent and sustainable. And this is where PTYA shines in spades. By far, my biggest takeaway is the PTYA community. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the timing of when I took PTYA and everyone was really like thriving for human connection even over Zoom, but I have built some incredible friendships through the PTYA community. Friendships that help me stay accountable and keep on pushing forward for this YouTube channel. I really don't know how Ali and team have done it. I have been part of many other online courses, and there are very few who have as good and as active of a community as PTYA. And for this reason alone, making connections with like-minded individuals who all want to succeed on this YouTube journey makes PTYA well worth it. If Part-Time YouTuber Academy sounds like something that you might be interested in, you can click on the link down in the description. You'll go to the PTYA webpage and you can sign up to be on the waiting list so that you'll get an email next time they launch the cohort. It only happens every couple months or so. Now that is an affiliate link. I will get a kickback. Maybe, I'm not sure if it works if you sign up for the waiting list, but if you are interested, sign up for the waiting list because it fills up pretty quick, and I'd rather you sign up and take the cohort than me get that kickback, okay? Because, once again, I'm not doing this primarily for the money. I'm not doing this at all for the money because I haven't made any money. It's mainly for fun. So go sign up if it's interesting to you. If YouTube creation is interesting to you, definitely subscribe, because next week I'm going to be releasing a video talking about my first year on YouTube, talking about the time I spent on it, maybe talking about the money I spent on it, high expensive cameras, and just kind of lessons learned and where things are at and what my goals are for this channel going forward. So stick around. Till next time, bye. And if it wasn't for the connections that I made at PTYA, I would probably be so I will get a cutback. Maybe I cut back. So stick around.